In this video, we're going to be learning to build seamless stickers or marquees for your website. Now, whenever you're building a marquee, now what we used to do before is so there's this HTML element which you can use to make marquees, and they're pretty good, but then they have a bit of issue is that we can't really have much of the functionalities to them, and it's not seamless as well. So in this video, we're going to be using GSAP to make it pretty smooth and pretty standard. So here we have two marquees that with different speed going on. The first one is a bit slower, the second one is a bit fast. And then as you can see, when I hover over them, they pause, and it's pretty nice and pretty standard, and they're also pretty I'd say pretty seamless as well. So yeah, this is what we're going to be building in this video. So yeah, hope this is fun. The source code will be in the description, so make sure to download that, play with it, and have fun. So yeah, without any delay, let's get started and let's learn to build this. So here I am in my index.html file, wherein I have the CDN for the GSAP, the CDN for the font families, and yeah, the CSS and the HTML. Now, if I show you how these look, so this is the UI for the tickers or the marquees that we're going to be animating. Now, I'm not going to be going deep into the CSS and the HTML, what we have and what we not, but I'm just going to be explaining you the basic logic of this stuff. So here we have a background div, which is the kind of like the container, and then inside of that we have this text. Now, when we animate it, we won't be animating the entire div. The div is going to stay as is, the background container basically, but then the only thing that's going to animate is the inner text. Now here, if you look at it, we just have the text written only once. Now, the way we repeat it twice or multiple times is by duplicating this text using JavaScript, and then we're going to repeat that endlessly. Now here, if you look closely, we also have this data duration and both of these tickers. This data duration is basically what we're going to be catching onto from JavaScript to add individual durations of animation to each of these tickers. Now the first one would basically run the animation for 20 seconds. The second one's going to run for 10 seconds. Now, if you want a faster version, make sure to add a lower value for the duration, because the less the duration is, the faster the ticker would move. So that's basically the entire stuff. I'm pretty sure that you guys who have been following me for a while, you know how to style stuff like these, and it's not much complicated as well. You just have some background color and the text are different, and then also we have this highlight with a different font. So I think it should be pretty standard and pretty simple. So after that is done, we're going to get started with the script tag. Now in the script tag, first we're going to check for the DOM content loaded event listener, and then when the content loads, we're going to fire off this arrow function. Now this arrow function first grabs onto all the tickers available on the site. Now you can have more than one, you can have 10, 20, it doesn't really matter. So we're going to grab onto using query selector all, that grabs all of them using this specific class. And then we're going to run a for each. Now this for each would run for each individual tickers. Now each individual ticker has the inner, has content, and has duration. Now the inner is basically ticker wrap. Basically ticker wrap. And then the content is ticker text, and then the duration is the data attribute that I just showed you, which is data duration. After these are set, we're going to start by duplicating the content. So we have this text wrap, which has this inner text. Now this inner text needs to be duplicated. So we're going to add inner.append, and then here we just take the content, which is the sticker text, and then just clone the node. And that's about it. It would basically repeat it. Now, if I were to show you, if I inspect, you'd see that we have this ticker text, we have another ticker text inside of this ticker wrap. So this is what the duplicate does. So after we have that, now the next step that we have to do is basically start animating. So we're going to have an animations array, which is empty, and then we're going to grab onto all the different ticker text. Now, we could have used this content variable, which already has the ticker text, but this won't work. The reason for that is now we have multiple ticker text. So we need to grab onto all the ticker text that's available. And then for each of the ticker text, we're going to start off an animation. So for each individual ticker text, we're going to create a GSAP animation. Let's call it just animation, and we're going to have GSAP.to, wherein we're going to take the element and then we're going to add the translate X to native 100% so that it starts off a bit left. And then we're going to repeat it -1, which basically means that run it infinitely. And then the duration is going to be the duration that we have. And then ease to linear, just so that it has the constant speed, no speed up, no speed slow, just stay at a normal speed. And then we can take this animation and push it to this array. And yeah, that's basically it. And if I were to show you, they keep on running endlessly. Now, the second part, and that is when you hover over them, you want them to pause. And then when you basically move out, you want them to basically start playing again. So for that, you just need two event listener, that is mouse enter and mouse leave. So we're going to add those in the tickers. And then when your mouse enters, you take the animation for each, and for each individual animation, just pause it. Do it for the mouse leave as well. Save. And that's about it. So yeah, that's it for this video. I hope this was fun. Hope you learned something cool and fun. I think it's pretty short and it's pretty standard for a video. And yeah, if you liked it, please make sure to like. And if you're new to the channel, if you haven't subscribed yet, make sure to subscribe to the channel and turn the notification bell, because I bring in cool stuff like these every week. So yeah, without much, I'll be leaving. So I'll meet you guys in the next video. Till then, bye bye, take care, and peace.